Y'all, my dream last night was so much fun. Like, I had so much fun in my dream last night, you guys. So, happy Samhain, happy Samhain, happy Halloween. Yes, and we are on the last day of October. This is the last day of October. Today and tomorrow are the day of Samhain. This is the day that you create your ancestor altar. This is the day that you burn your ancestor money. This is the day that you do your cinnamon rituals. This is the day that you say your prayers. You should be doing that anyway every day, but connect with your ancestors more. Get out into nature tonight. The full moon is coming very, very soon. Okay, so we're gonna talk about my dream. Okay, we're gonna talk about my dream. I don't know if I'm gonna get into the tarot or not in this reading. I'm not sure. But first, let's go ahead and let's have an update about the candles. Okay, guys, so as you can see, these are the candles. And as you look at them, you can see that they are burning beautifully. Okay, they are burning beautifully. So far, so good. And I want to come and show you that with 144 on this clock because I want you to know and I want you to like literally realize that you have the ability to change anything and everything that's in your life however you want it to be. Okay? And even though there are instances where you have people or entities that are physically coming up against you and spiritually coming up against you, you are always protected. And speaking of that, we're going to get into this video because last night, like I said, my dream was so fun and let's talk about it. Okay, so last night I had a dream and I watched Bobby Hemmett before cuz I love Bobby Hemmett. Was watching Bobby Hemmett last night before I laid down and it was the Halloween video that he made, okay? Talking about Halloween and different things like that, okay? And on the video, he was talking about your body, your spirit, and your soul. All right. And what he was explaining was how your spirit is literally projecting your life through your eyes, through your senses. How many senses we got? Five senses, even though we got more than that. But the five senses that they always talk to you about: the touch, taste, hearing, seeing, and feeling, right? Right. So Bobby Hemmett was talking about this. And Bobby Hemmett was basically saying that your spirit is what is projecting into your physical body because you're living in your body. You are living in your body. You are not your body. You're living in this body. People think that you're living outside of your body. Like things outside of you is what it is, but it's not. It's a projection of you, okay? Of your most dominant thoughts. So I was watching that before I fell asleep. Like I was watching that and I knew that I was gonna fall asleep watching that. I basically set it up like that. So when I fell asleep, the video was damn near done. So I knew by the time that I fell asleep, it wouldn't be long before the video ended. Okay. And my phone was cut off anyway. So in my dream, I was having a good time with some people from my past. Okay. It's two beautiful young ladies that I used to know. And one of them was my cheerleading coach, and one of them was her sister. I love both of them so much, okay? And I still do love them, but I don't talk to them anymore. But they were literally in my dream last night, and we were all sitting around a round table at that. We were sitting around a round table, and we were all talking. And there was two elders that was sitting at the head of the table, two of them, and they were both women. Okay. And the group of people that I was sitting around the table with were all women, including the two beautiful women that one used to coach me in cheerleading, and one of them was her sister. They were there with me too. And one of the elders, they had like a stack of little papers, and they were going around the table passing out the papers. So I got my paper, and it was little. It was like a little square piece of paper. And on the paper, I seen the word Jesus. Now, y'all, this is in my dream, okay? This is in my dream now. I seen the word. I didn't even read the paper. I just looked down at it and I saw the word Jesus, okay? So I took the paper and just put it like up a little bit. And my coach back in the day was in my dream. She got a piece of paper too. I didn't read what her piece of paper said, but she was looking at my piece of paper. And she picked up my piece of paper and she looked at it, and then she put it back down, and I gave it to her. And I said, what is this talking about? What is this talking about? She said, girl, this is talking about your ranking. I said, what? And then after that, my alarm went off and I woke up. So as soon as I got up, y'all know what I did. Y'all know what I did. I wrote that thing down. I sure did. I wrote that thing down, y'all. I sure did, because that was a sign. Because I told y'all I was watching Bobby Hemmett before. But let's just talk about yesterday when I came up here and I showed y'all the candle. Right? So some people don't really know about spiritual ranking. Some people really don't know what that is really, like what that really means. Some people feel like just because you older, you got higher spiritual ranking or whatever the case may be. No, it does not go like that. Spiritual ranking is based off your spiritual experiences while you're in this human body. Okay? Your spiritual ranking is based off of your spiritual practices. Okay, so today is Samhain, the day of Samhain, All Hallows Eve. Okay, the day before Dia de Muerte. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're literally going to talk about spiritual ranking. Spiritual ranking. So, what is spiritual ranking exactly? Because I never see anybody explaining this, but I always see people talking about this. But I never see people explaining this. For those who are new to spirituality, to those who have just went through a spiritual awakening, okay, and those who are literally beginning and starting a new beginning, okay, this is for you. So I hope that you enjoy this reading. If you do, hit that thumbs up, hit that bell, and subscribe. I love you, and let's get into this reading. What is spiritual ranking? What is spiritual ranking? John 1:30 talks about that. This is he who is said to have priority in the spiritual realm. This is he whom said, after me comes a man who has priority over me, who takes rank above me because he was before me and existed before I did. So for all of you who don't know, you were always here, but not always in this physical form. Okay? You were here as a spirit, an energy. So when you were born into this physical body, you were already ranked You were already ranked from when you were born. Okay? Now, your ranking was the lowest of the ranking because you're here in physical form, obviously. Okay? So you are already ranked when you come here, but it's a low ranking. Okay? Jesus Christ was born after John the Baptist. So people thought that John had a higher ranking than Jesus Christ, but that wasn't the case. Okay? Jesus Christ's ranking was higher than John's, even though he was younger than John. All right? And so it's not about age. It's not about age. It's not about you being older, which means you have some type of higher ranking just because of your age. Now, when you get older and you have more spiritual experiences, this bumps up your ranking. And when you transition from this physical dimension back into the energetic dimension, the spiritual dimension, this is where you will experience your ranking, because some of you are ascended masters. Some of you are literally going to have the ranking of an ancestor. Everybody that passes away does not get these rankings, you guys. Okay? You literally have to be here doing what you're supposed to be doing in order for you to get these things in the spiritual realm. Okay? Daniel 7:9. He who existed in the spirit even before he was physically manifested on earth. This is who has spiritual ranking. Reason why he was a priority, Jesus Christ, over John the Baptist, is because of his authority in the spiritual realm, because of his experiences spiritually, because of his devotion. Okay? So you may be a person that is very devoted to the Most High God. You show this devotion throughout acts, throughout deeds, throughout prayers. My ears is ringing heavy. And different things like that. Okay? You are respected in the spiritual realm. Okay? You have a high level of respect and honor in the spiritual realm. This has nothing to do with your looks. This has nothing to do with your physicality. Okay? It has nothing to do with how much bread you got, how much money you have. It has nothing to do with those things. It has nothing to do with something that's on the outside of you. Your physical being is literally only a projection of your true soul. Your spirit is only a fragment projection of your real soul, your true self, your nature, your energetic self. So even in the church, in the body of Christ, is required to give honor to those who are appointed and anointed by God himself. So this is why some people are naturally annoyed with you. It's because of your spiritual ranking. It's because of your spiritual authority and priority. For some people, they don't even be knowing that they have a high ranking. But all they know is they love the Most High God. They serve God. They serve people. Okay? And they are of a certain level of priority. So this should not be abused. Some people, they abuse this. And this is how you get stripped of your gifts. This is how you get put in different type of situations, okay? Because people abuse their ranking. People abuse their high honor. People abuse their authority, their power all the time. And how do you do that? One way is to demand things from people. Okay, when you can do things yourself. In the Bible, it says that a man who don't work is a man who don't eat, right? So you must work in order for you to eat, right? Okay. That just isn't for men, like masculine. That is for everybody. Okay? And people abuse their ranking, their power, their authority all the time. And they use God as, like they use God in a contradicting way. So, however, should not be abused or used to demand people to do acts of worship or kindness to the individual as if they're the Most High God themselves. So some people believe because they're connected to the Father, because they have a spiritual high honor, because they have spiritual ranking, because they are anointed and appointed by the Most High God, that they have some type of audacity, is what I hear, to use people, demand things from people, and have these expectations of people that they are higher than them or better than them or deserve more than them, or is is meant to have or to be worshiped or to be given to or something like that. No, it does not work like that. See, these are the preachers, the pastors, the deacons. These are people that literally take from people that already don't have, and they do have. These people take from people that already are struggling, okay? They take from them when they already have. They already have a comfortable life. They already live in a comfortable neighborhood situation. But they literally take from people because they're not satisfied, because they're not grateful, because they want more. The Most High is unhappy with people that are doing that, and unhappy with people that are literally using him to gain different material things. Whatever the Most High has for you is what the Most High has for you. Okay? What is for you is for you. Nobody can take that from you. But it's people out here that are not appreciative of what they already have. They're not. And they expect more from people who are already going through things. Because they don't want to work. Because they don't want to put in the work that is necessary to get what they want. So spiritual ranking doesn't have anything to do with something on the outside of you. Okay, it is not denoted by what you drive. It is not denoted by the house that you live in. It is not denoted by the clothes that you wear. It is not denoted by the wigs that you wear, the makeup you wear, the jewelry you wear, the neighborhood you live in, the society that you communicate and operate within. It is not anything about that. How good your kids dress, how much they have, how much you can provide for them. It has nothing to do with that. But people use this as a illusion to gain things from other people who have already less than them. Okay? So this is what the Most High have me to speak on today. So, what is the highest ranking in spirituality? The highest order is seraphim and cherubim. Then after them come the thrones. Okay? Then after them, the Ophim and the Aralim. Then after that is the middle order. These are the dominions, the virtues, and the powers. And then the lowest order is the principalities and the archangels. Okay? So for some of you, you are vibrating at a very high level. For others of you, you are ranking in the middle to the highest order. Okay? For others of you, you are starting at the lowest order, which is fine because you have to start somewhere. Okay? So 5 ascending orders to spirituality. What are the 5 ascending orders to spirituality? I never hear anybody talking about this. I never hear anybody explaining these things, but I always hear people talking about spiritual ranking, spiritual ranking, spiritual ranking. I always hear people talk about ascension, ascension, ascension. I always hear people talking about order, 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 authority, 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 high honor, high honor, high honor. But I never hear them breaking things down. I never do. So I'm going to do that, okay? 5 ascending order to spirituality. The first one is Nefesh. Nefesh. That is when you're born, okay? That's when you get your physical body. Ruach. That is the breath that's literally blown into your lungs by the Most High God, the Creator Himself, in order for you to have the Holy Spirit. Neshama is the next one. Kaya or Chaya, depending on how you want to pronounce it, is the next one. And Yakida is the 5th one. According to the Zohar, when a person is born, he is given to the lowest world of Asiya. And this representing the greatest concealment. This is the veil that is over you when you're born, so that you cannot remember your past life. Reason why you have to go through this life figuring things out, because the veil is over you from your past life. This is why you have to start at the lowest level. So how do you raise your ranking? How do you raise your ranking? Alignment. Okay? This is how you increase your spiritual ranking, by alignment. Transcendence. And your energetic signature. I always hear people talking about your energetic signature, but nobody explains what exactly that is. Your energetic signature is you, your character, your personality, things that people cannot just steal, something that people cannot just naturally have. They have to either study you in order to get this. Okay, they have to study you, or they have to try to steal from your essence, but they really cannot steal your energetic signature, because your energetic signature is a spiritual thing. Okay, it's not like some clothes that somebody could steal from you, or a style that somebody could steal from you, or a lingo that somebody can steal from you, or whatever. It's nothing like that. Okay? Your energetic signature come from experience that you've been through in your life. They come from your natural personality. Okay? This is what this comes from. And To increase your ranking, you have to focus on your spiritual practices. Focus on prayer. Focus on reading scripture, worship and meditation, serving others, connecting with a faith-based community or creating your own. Strengthen your character. Fasting, controlling your thoughts, actively working to overcome sin and make better moral choices. Okay? This is what spiritual ranking is all about. So I hope that this reading helped you. Okay? Know that you can reach for your dreams knowing that they've already come true. Because this is the end of something and the beginning of something new. So I'll be back with a reading for you. If you have any questions, type them down in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to assist you. If you like to talk more about topics like this, also put that in the comment section below. And if you like this reading and it was informative and helpful, also leave that in the comment section below. Happy Samhain, Halloween, Dia de Muerte, and I'll see you in your new reading.